And Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Here's your host, Imran Emiaska, and I have no guest today. There was no guests assigned for day 4, and I guess finding a guest right now will probably be very hard. Um, just bear with me. It's been a tough one today. I've just returned back from work, and well, what a day's cricket. So I'm just going to go through the whole test quickly, make it a very short video because we'll be doing a proper review quite soon as well. Now, Pakistan's first innings, we had this 326 with Shan getting 156 and Babar getting 69. Shadab got 45. I'm just going to quickly go back into that innings and a couple of shots that, we played. Babar, I think Shadab shot. There was a couple of shots that, Rizwan, they left to be desired. And maybe 30, 40 more at that stage. Got into England's one, 219 all out. Pope got 62, Butler got 38. I think we let go for about 49 runs in their last 2 wickets. Again, crucial, very crucial. A 145 lead compared to 107 lead. Then we got bowled out for 169. Some of the shots yesterday evening, as we summed up yesterday evening, they were shocking. And this morning, Yasser batted superbly to get us up to 169. He's 33, really helped us to get there. But we were in the situation, where we had to go out because we needed that lead to go up. I was confident even on that 250. But there we are. We got a 277 sort of target, very similar to Lord's 2016. If you look at everything in context, that's very similar to Lord's 2016. We were 8 down the night before. That day we never got much in the morning. But, we set a very similar target, and then we sort of... Hey, I've got a guest. Al-Kistan, how you doing? Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing, Amy? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I thought I was going to be by myself today. I completely forgot that you were going to come on.
Nah, man. No matter what happens with the team, I always support them. You know that, man. You should know that by now.
No. I completely forgot that you were supposed to come on. I completely forgot that you offered this yesterday, didn't you? Or was it this morning?
Yeah,
I completely forgot.
Yeah,
I was just going through like the first innings, and how a couple of shots, including like Barbers and Shanabs, even though they got decent scores, that could have made a lot of difference. And we gave about 49 runs to the last 2 England batsmen in their first innings. And then this morning, it reminded me a lot of Lord's 2016. Very, very similar scenario. We were 8 down overnight. We set off in 282 that day. Today was 277. Very, very similar. And the day was going very similar. We got some wickets. England fighting back. The difference was we never broke that partnership.
Yeah, I think that obviously you've got to give full credit to Butler and Walks. You can't take anything away from them. They came in when they were 117 for 5. They needed to get well about 150, 60 more runs to win. A lot of pressure on them, and they did it. And they stuck through it no matter what we threw at them, pace, spin, whatever little swing there was there. And then obviously the pressure as they got closer and closer to it towards the end, they stuck through it. And even though I think it was Butler that went towards the end, the game was more or less won then anyway. But I think that the one thing that we all need to remember is that England have had 3 tests prior to this, so they've had match experience, they've had match fitness. We haven't played, I think, what was it, since the Bangladesh test, which was back in February.
He got a hat-trick. The team got a hat-trick,
that was in Jan, Feb, I think. Yeah, so I think since then, the test team has only played since they've been here, we played the 2 intra-game, intra-squad games. So we don't have that much match kind of fitness experience at the moment, like England have. Yeah, so we have to cut them a bit of slack for that. Yeah, we did have our opportunities. When we had England 12 for 3, as you said, they put on 49 runs for the last 2 wickets in the England innings, in the first innings, and then yeah, and then the amount of times that England were playing and missing, was just unbelievable to both Shane, Abbas, and Naseem. Yeah, so there's a lot of positives to take from this. So I wouldn't get to anyone watching, I wouldn't get too disheartened. The next game's on Thursday, I think, down in Southampton.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of positives. I think the main negative for me, as for everyone else, was obviously the captaincy. I don't know if you've already spoken about that. I know I joined a few minutes late in me.
No.
Yeah, I think that
I just got a text from Tanzil, and he just said, I need such a massive run. I don't know how to be dealing with this. So Tanzil, he's struggling as well right now. Just a text I just got from Tanzil. But I've had, there's this Habib who has been commenting every day. He just gave us salam. And HAE says, what do you think cost the game? The second innings of batting or the second innings of bowling? It's a combination of both, but I mean, the batting should have set the whole game up, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it was definitely the batting. I don't think you can put too much emphasis on the bowling in the second innings. It was definitely the batting, because we came into that, we had about 107 run lead, I think. Okay, it was about 40-50 runs less than we wanted, but we should have easily closed that game out and just put way too more pressure on England. But yeah, their top order there, it just kind of collapsed basically. I think you can sum it all up with Yasser Shah was a top scorer with 33 in our second innings, and even that was with a few bang shots this morning with some boundaries. 33 was our top score. I think that sums it all up.
We've got another comment by Hashid, I think it is, and he said, no excuse for poor captaincy, that's it. I understand, like, the captaincy today, there was a lot to be admired. It was he sort of buckled under pressure. It was no defensive and there's no attacking. You can't have a couple of fielders in and then have the rest of them out, and then like vice versa. I might be wrong because I was at work, so I was watching here and there. I was trying to follow as much as I could. But if I remember right, Shaheen bowled when they needed about 130, and he came back on when they needed about 60 odd. I know they were batting pretty fast at that stage, but he's your ace bowler. I know Abbas is the one that we could say the experienced one.
Yeah.
But Shaheen is the one you're going to look at most
to get the wickets when you need it. Yeah.
And then the other one's Shadab. Why, if you're going to play him as the all-rounder, then bowl him.
Yeah.
He bowled 8 overs in this innings. I thought that there was plenty spin in that pitch, to give Shadab a bigger go. Hasna just said, go on.
No, so I was just going to say that Shane Warne was commentating throughout as well, and even he was saying that there's a lot of turn, there's a lot of spin in the pitch, and he showed even when Dom Bess was bowling, and he's a finger spinner. So when Yasser Shah was bowling, obviously being a leggy, he was getting a lot of spin out of that. So I agree with you that they should have given more of a spell to Shadab. And how often do you see that 2 leggies going at you? That's just a completely different proposition for the batsman to handle. So at some point we should have tried that. But I think one of the main things, I know that you were at work, Imi, today, but one of the things I saw today was that when Wokes came in, they were, they'd lost half the wickets, but we should have just kept on with the pressure. I think we just tried to let it coast. We thought, okay, they've lost half the wickets. We're easily going to pick up these next 5 wickets in the next 30, 40, 50 runs. And that's what happened. Wokes got in. He got his eye in. The ball started to get old. It didn't reverse, which was obviously key for us. And that kind of just led down the downward spiral. And that's when you saw on the pitch that shoulders kind of went down. There wasn't many people kind of geeing or motivating the players up, except Rizwan. Shout out to him. Yeah, I think he played brilliantly throughout. From the parts of the game
think we just lost you there for a second. Either way, I'll carry on until we get Pakistan back. Oh, I've got you back now. You froze there for a bit. But Hasnat actually just said, yeah, it's Darde Dil Ki Dawa Kya Hai. Well, I don't know what the dawa for this deal is, because you know what, we've invested all our lives into this, and we always say, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna do this again. Yeah, I'm not gonna get myself into this.
Yeah,
And the next game we're back into it, so this can't change. I've got loads of other comments, but I'm gonna quickly go back to the original ones. I'm gonna come back to every single person. I'm not gonna miss anyone out. But there's where's it gone? Here we are. Dr. A. Chowdhury said a few reasons for not winning, but surely if we bat 30 more overs in that second innings and set 325, we end up having 2 new balls and a day 5 pitch. Yeah, we just mentioned that, and it really did come down to that batting yesterday evening. That Rizwan, the Asif Shafiq run out, and then just we lost our way completely in about an hour.
Yeah, we just completely collapsed. So that's definitely right. You know, if you just batted a few more overs, 20, 30 more overs, you'd have made more runs. You would have broken into that 300 barrier, and that just psychologically just sets a completely new hurdle for England. So even before they face a ball, they're already on a backside. They're going, you know, we've got to chase 300 in the 4th innings. But you know, unfortunately, that wasn't to be.
I've just put a little score there: 117 for 5. That's where it was. The captaincy, I'm going back to it again. Imad has actually said as well, Chaudhry Imad just said, poor captaincy and bad luck. Fawad Imam in batting was poor again. So yeah, it sums up everything. But 117 for 5, we should not, under any circumstance, be letting 277 be chased. I'm gonna say something that might hurt a few people. We've got people viewing this, and some of them might not like the person. We've always been a fan of the guy, Misbah. 117 for 5. We've been there, done that with him so many times. This is where he finishes off the game. He was such an excellent captain when he had the teams on the ropes.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that someone mentioned today was Azhar was changing the field very often. You know, I think almost after every ball, second ball, he was changing the field. And all that's going to do is make the fielders more nervous. You know, one key thing about Misbah was he was captain cool, calm and collected. Yeah, you just look at MEA and any nervousness or anything that I heard, you saw that the captain was absorbing that all. So that freed you of all your worries and helped you to focus on what your job was: bowling, batting, fielding, keeping, whatever. But yeah, we definitely missed that. And yeah, I mean, every captain's got their got their own personality. But I think tactically, I think Azhar let the team down today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of criticism as I was driving home. As the Mahmood come on to the TMS commentaries, that's the radio, and the first thing he said is, "I don't understand the captaincy." I know Nasser Hussain's criticised it. Wazim Akram's criticised it on Sky today. So there's a few people criticising it. I mean, I can't see us making a change mid-series away. I mean, that is basically very, very embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be doing that mid-series, especially away from home.
Yeah, it's not
bad
just,
as it looks.
sorry, it's not just the embarrassing thing; it's the turmoil it's going to create within the team. They take Azhar out, right? Okay, then your first question there is, does he warrant a place in the team on his own then, without the captaincy? That's one question. And then the second thing is that who's going to be pushed up to captain then? Do you know who the vice is for the test team? Barber. Okay, yeah. So if you push Barber up now, yeah, now he's got the added pressure of the test, of captaining the test team. Now, he may be brilliant at it, or he may struggle, and he's our number 1 batsman. So
I want to have Barber as my captain for all 3 formats. It's
exactly.
And the best batsman. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah, especially mid-series as well. Yeah, I wouldn't because there's such a short turnaround between now and the second test. There's what, about 5-6 days. Yeah, no way would I put that on him. So I think, as much as some people would want Azhar to step down or anything, I'd say I would say he has to stay, just because of the back-to-back tests. He has to stay, and We've got a great backroom coaching staff with Misbah, Wakar Yunus, Mushi, Yunus Khan. They've all got experience all over the world. So, hopefully they'll have a bit of a talk with him over the next few days.
Yeah. DSG said, "Why does it feel like we always get let games drift? We lack killer instinct." I've just actually learned how to put the questions actually on the screen now. I just learned how to do it just now.
They're evolving, mate. Watch out, Sky Sports is all I'm going to say.
No, get in there now.
Yeah. So the thing with the killer instinct, is that the two of us, Amy, we're used to like things from the 90s, yeah. Right? So when the teams are like 4, 5, 6 wickets down, who steps up to the plate? Wasim Akram, Waka Yunus. They show up, and they'll just the opposition will collapse. Then from there, you moved on. You had people like Shoaib Akhtar. You did have Mohammad Amar, Asif, etc. You had people who were able to do that. Now I don't think we have anyone that will just like Curtly Ambrose that will stand there and stare the batsman down, intimidate them. That was the one thing that I point out today, that I saw Naseem Shah doing. He was doing it after he bowled the ball. He'd walk down a few steps and he'd stare the batsman out. So I think that we've got to bear in mind this is a young team. Our most experienced bowler at the moment is Shane Afridi, and he's what, 21?
Yeah,
it is a young team.
Again, Boss played what? I don't know, 8 tests, 10 tests.
Yeah, he's not played that many. So
is it? Whatever he's played, even if it's 12.
Yeah, it's a young team. I just think that that killer instinct, that's when Naseem's going to come into it. He's 17 at the moment. He's already touching 90. Give him a couple of years more, and then he'll start hitting 90 plus, and that's where that will come into it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, as she said, poor use of bowlers. I mean, again, like we realized that we've just gone through that. Usman Mansoor has really cost us the game. Even if he managed to get 40-50 with the bat in the 4th innings, it would have made a big difference. I think it's the 3rd innings. Then his captaincy is awful. I mean, it's sort of sometimes leads in it when your batting form ain't great. Your captaincy gets suffered, or if he's struggling with his captaincy, or he's thinking too much to do his captaincy, your batting gets affected.
Yeah, I'd say that you can't put everything onto the captaincy though, because we were unlucky sometimes. Yeah, the amount of times that England played and missed, that's just
like falling short.
Yeah, or falling short.
You think like the slip fielders, the keeper, even the captain, someone just say, move even up. The coaches from behind, just move forward.
Yeah, it's so as bad as everyone's feeling now, you can't put it all onto the captaincy. There were other elements, and barring Shadab, who I think you said only bowled about 8 overs. Yeah, everyone else had a good ball. But it's just that it just wasn't meant to be today.
Again, like Usman just said, so much investment made into Azhar and Asad, and they continue to fail to stand up when it required. We've just discussed Azhar, so I'm not going to go into Azhar again. But Asad as well. Sometimes after 10 years, you expect a bit more. I know he got run out in the 2nd inning, which was, I think it was Rizwan's call, and he sort of called him through. But you'd expect a bit more. Hamza said the other day he's batting mostly at 6. You're not going to expect a bigger average because he's more or less batting with the tail-enders. At least 50% of the innings, he's going to be batting with tail-enders. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe he is that sort of player who can only play up to one level. He obviously, he's not a Yunus Khan or a Misbah, is he?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that you got to bear in mind is that when he came into the team, he was batting at number 6, but he had the likes of Misbah, Yunus Khan up there at, 3, 4, and 5, and Mohammad Yusuf as well, that he was never going to break up there. So he had to. So the only position that was available to him was number 6. And I think number 6, he's got the most test centuries as well. So he does obviously make it work. It's very difficult to get a test century at 6 when you're batting with the tail. Now is his opportunity, obviously, to move up the order. As I said, it's the first test. He doesn't play any other form of the game. He doesn't play white ball cricket at all, does he? So he's only one test, Give him a chance. See what he does in the second and 3rd tests, really.
Imad again, Azhar, Asad, Rizwan, and Abid need runs. Bowling was not bad at all. I'm not going to fault the bowling here. I think they tried the utmost hardest.
Yeah. They tried their hearts out.
You know, sometimes it just doesn't work for you. Yeah, that third innings, we should have done more. And yeah, we do need more runs now. Whether we, I'm gonna put up something here now before I go to the rest of the comments, and we sort of finish off in about 5 to 10 minutes. England are not gonna. I was just speaking to Nav on the phone just before we went live, and Nav had a full-on run.
That would have been an interesting call, is all I'll say.
Yeah. The one you understand at 50% because he's like shouting away here on the phone. But literally, what Nav did pick up on is England are not going to play in Southampton. They're not going to play. They're not going to put a wicket where it's going to spin like this again. They've learned a lesson because they've just got away with, a certain defeat. They've just got away with that. So what they're going to probably do is have proper flat batting wickets, and they're going to trust their, the batsmen to rake up some runs. We've got to play a 6 batsman, I think. I don't think Shadab's done anything wrong here, and he's actually batted well in both innings. But if you're not going to utilise him and you're just going to play him just as a batsman, then you may as well play a proper batsman.
Yeah. All hail Fawad Alam.
Okay, because we haven't had the word Fawad anywhere so far in the comments. I'm actually surprised, that. Actually, like when you come on with the drinks here, when I think they needed about 6 to win or something like that.
Yeah.
You come on with some drinks here. And also you come with a helmet for Rizwan. I thought, oh my God, the media is going to go on this now. When we said like Safraz, he bought on drinks and they Fawad, like they've got him with the helmet on now. Said there might be a few things done wrong, but you can't take away from the credit from Butler and Wilkes. They played brilliantly. Yeah,
amazingly. Yeah, they played really well. We've already spoken about that. The pressure that they absorbed, and they saw it through to the end.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if that was us, for example, batting, we wouldn't be talking about what went wrong, what the opposition might have done wrong, this, that. We would have just been saying, these two played absolutely brilliantly, and they took the whole game away. And that's exactly what happened. You've got to give them credit.
Yep.
Imad, Imi by Hafiz and Malik in, then add Wahab in there too, and that would help with this pain. He's having before because my opinion on Hafiz and Malik.
Do you want me to answer this?
I think let's just put it this way: your opinions are very similar to mine on this. Yeah. So,
I think that if you want me to answer this, let's do it after the 9 o'clock watershed. Put it that way.
Habib again. We need to drop someone. Play Barber at number 3 and add Fawad. I think Azhar's going to stay. So that's not going to happen. I think we can play Fawad and maybe play Fawad at 5. Get Asad Shafiq to bat 6, back to his old number because he's very used to that number. Maybe that is the change. I can't see the point with Shadab, and I love Shadab. I mean, I've said it so many times this week that he's, apart from Barber, he's my favourite cricketer. Yeah, if you're not going to utilise him, then it's pointless. If you're going to play him as a pure batsman, then you may as well play a pure batsman. You might as well play someone who, if you're not going to use him as that.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Shafiq drops down to 6 though. But yeah, it'll obviously be interesting to see
Fawad at 6
in that middle order. Yeah,
get Rizwan back at 7.
Yeah.
And Nav wasn't very happy with Rizwan as well. I mean, he's a Safraz fan. He likes Safraz, but I don't think you can. Brilliant keeper, absolutely brilliant keeper.
I've always said, a keeper is judged on his keeping, and for me, he didn't put a foot wrong. Everyone was singing his praises. Yeah, so
secondly, he batted quite well.
Yeah, he's batting quite well.
He got that dismissal again. One of them.
Yeah, one of those ones. One of them. The umpire's called one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Burns got his innings, and he wasn't very happy.
Yeah, I think that's just one of those things, isn't it? But Rizwan hasn't done anything to not get his place in the 11 in the second test for me. I'd put him there definitely.
Post-mortem, we never deserve to win with this mediocre batting lineup. You won't win a test in England. I think we nearly won the test. I think it come to a point here. It could have gone either way. It was a matter of 20 runs here and there, or a wicket here and there. Those that fell short, a couple of plays and misses. If we got one of Butler or Wokes today, a little bit earlier, say if they needed about 60, 65, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
I think it's a, to say it's a mediocre batting lineup though, and say that we never deserve to win. I think that's taking it a bit too far. That is.
Imad again. Butler and Wokes were brilliant. Needed something special to get them. Combination of field setting and plan bowling, but Azhar couldn't manage that. I mean, we've gone through that. We've scrutinised that probably enough. Yeah. Agree fully with that. Momina Sarwar, Shan ko bana dete captain. It's possible, but I think let's look at it after this series.
Yeah, definitely not.
Let's look at it after this series.
Yeah.
My next choice, I think everyone knows I've said it, is Shan, but I again, it's everything gets decided after this series. You can't make the decision, especially in a away tour. It unsettled the whole squad. Plans that you've made with the captain in terms of strategies, everything. How do you put that to a new captain in 5-6 days?
Yeah.
And the embarrassment. I mean, the media will be laughing at us, the English media.
Yeah.
These guys have just topped their 90s ways of replacing captains by replacing a mid-series now.
I think the last time was when I think Afridi did it. Was it back in 2010? Was it? I think Afridi retired, mid-series, and that was, that obviously didn't go down well. Just even within the team, it just caused turmoil in the team. So yeah, I wouldn't do it mid-series for all the reasons you've said.
Salam, boys. At Dope Site here. Welcome, salam. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea. Guys, when you are actually commenting, put your @ there so it gives you a bit of promotion as well. This is just for the fans. We're fans as well. We're not no experts, and we don't know much better than what you guys know. Well, yeah, we do, but But now I'm being serious. Put your @ there because and we're also doing a fan festa. If you actually want to make a short video, 3 to 5 minute video on any subject, feel free to make the video and send it over to me. Feel free, because that would actually we're more than happy to put it up. Shaz B10, very dumb shots in the second inning. It cost us as well. Like Abidali, we need to fix these little mistakes. Yeah, I think Yunus Khan's. If that was an autobiography, I think he would be having stern words right now.
I think he's gonna have written a whole chapter on stupid ways to get out.
Umar Ashraf, I think I know who this is. Asad out, Fawad in, or Imam at 3 as a down the order can come in when the ball is a bit older with less pressure. I think I would play Fawad ahead of Shadab.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I can understand Imam at 3 because it gives you 3 openers. So if you do lose an early wicket, you've got another opener who comes in trying to see that ball out.
Yeah, but if you
can't. How many changes are you going to make after one game?
Yeah, exactly. You can only put 11 in. If you put Imam at 3, then Azhar goes down the order. Okay. So what is he saying? That Azhar then goes in at 4. Where's Babar then? You're dropping him to 5.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. I'll have to have words with this Omar Ashraf afterwards.
we'll have a little discussion with him. Just wanted to see Safraz against Rizwan and Fawad making into playing 11, coming test match. What you say? I don't think it's the right time to replace Rizwan. I don't think he's done anything wrong. So at the moment, I think we stick. But yeah, Fawad, I would have, and that's the only change I would make.
Sorry, just one last thing is that for everyone saying that Rizwan should go out and Safraz should go in, I'd ask them for what reason. Is it just because of whatever Safraz has done in the past? But you should be judging it on what Rizwan has done here. And if Rizwan hasn't given anyone a reason to be dropped, then why drop him then?
He's 29. The second inning was pretty good.
Yeah,
and it was taking us somewhere. I know he made the error of, with that run out, but if the umpire gave him not out, he bats on.
Yeah,
And
but
what's to say, that him and Shadar was batting with him. Things just on the point of one ball can twist, and it might have given an extra 50 runs.
yeah,
We don't know that, so it's one of them. I think Faisal said, I think we were overconfident after we got 5 wickets.
yeah, definitely. We spoke
Possibly.
about that. I think because the game just started coasting when it was 117 for 5. I think Faisal's definitely right with that.
The comments just keep coming. I'm trying to finish off for now. Shaz again, do you think we need an experienced bowler in the lineup? I think it would help. Who'd you bring in? I mean, and who'd you drop? I don't think the bowler's done much wrong there. Who'd you bring? Sohail Khan? Again, I don't think he's got the stamina.
No,
it's one thing doing it in a tour game when there's little pressure.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different thing doing it in an international game. No, I don't think we haven't got the experience. There is one change that we might make at Southampton in the 3rd test. Naseem and Wahab might actually be a change. Why I say Naseem, I don't know if 3 tests in 3 weeks is the right thing for Naseem at this age.
Yeah, definitely. You had Bumble was talking about it today as well on commentary that he's young. You have tests back to back, and he was comparing him to Flintoff when Flintoff started out when he was a teenager as well, and he said that Flintoff was looked after. They made sure that he wasn't played too much. He didn't bowl too much, and we have to do that to Naseem as well. At the end of the day, Pakistan has experience in what they do for young bowlers, bringing them into the team at 16, 17, 18. So, and Waqar Yunus is there as well, and he had a back injury back in the days as well. So, I'm sure that they're gonna drop. They're gonna rest Naseem for at least 1 test.
You know what? I think I've clocked something here. Habib Ashraf just said yes for Adin As-Sadao, but then he just said Umar, and then he said to him, "You Dara." I don't know what that means. And then he also put his up. I think that's Umar's brother.
Okay, shout out to Habib, Umar's brother. We want to see you
do that little video.
Yeah, we want to see you do another fun Faisal, and if you want to be a special guest on this show, please let us know.
For free. Your brother's useless anyhow. MUK, assalamu alaikum, bro. Wa alaikum salam.
Islam.
And I think we're gonna he just said yes, so that is his brother. So these comments keep coming in. I'm trying to finish off now. Actually was online forum, and they argued that YK himself would always got out in on the nothing shots. He made runs, yes, but he got out playing dumb shots.
Right. So if you can get someone, I don't think Yunus Khan is about 10,000 odd runs.
Yeah.
If you get someone like that who gets out on nothing shots, yeah, I wish we can have someone else that gets out on nothing shots and playing dumb shots. I hope we have someone else like that.
Habib, you can't drop Bob, but he needs to play in his preferred number 3 position.
Yeah, agree.
Number 4. Test is number 4 though.
Yeah.
Number 4. Keep him at 4. You don't want him to come in in the second over if one of the openers gets out. You want to put all your best batsmen. So the likes of Tendulkar, Ponting, Lara, for us, Yunus Khan, in the past, Mohammad Yusuf, all your best batsmen, Kohli right now, Smith, Williamson, Root. Root's just moved up to number 3 now. He prefers back at 4. Always keep him at number 4. Always protect your best batsman. Right, I'm trying to finish off now. Anik, the logical change will be for Imam to come in for Abid. What's your view? Again, that is possible because his shots in this game had a lot to be desired. But then you look at it and he's played 3 tests before, I think, and he's got 4 tests before, and he's got 2 centuries or 3 centuries, whatever it is. I can't remember off by my head. It's like we're going to go by a 1-1 game. Maybe, again, you give him 1 more game. I think it's historical, though. We've never started with the same openers and ended the same openers in an away tour. It just doesn't happen. There's always one change. Yeah. So it probably happen at some point. MUK, the main argument being how he teaches the boys with himself, never corrected his mistakes. again, all coaches are like that. I mean, there's no one perfect. There was no one ever perfect, was there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's not anyone. Whoever whichever kind of great batsman you want to bring in as a coach, they're always judged on their credentials, and he has credentials. He has the stats to back him up. However, he got those runs. Whatever people say that, or he got out because of this shot or that shot. Yeah, he has the stats. He has the runs. He's played all around the world. He's scored centuries everywhere. And if you don't want to have someone like that as coach, who do you want to have as a coach? Someone who can write a book? Well, Yunus Khan can write a book now as well. So we've got everything. He's an all-in-one package.
Yeah, the other thing is, I actually looked at it today because I was at work, and at one point I saw the guy and he looked a bit dejected. I think he was like, "I wish I was like back in my 20s and I was out there right now, and I would finish this game off." And then I looked at it and I thought, Vakar and Mushi, and then you got Misbah and Yunus. This set of players are so lucky. I don't know if we've ever had a coaching staff.
When has that ever happened before? It's never happened before that I can remember. Yeah, you've got all that wealth of experience there. Yeah, even for the players that aren't in the playing 11. Yeah, just to sit there and absorb some of the information, the experience from these guys. Yeah, that's brilliant.
So yeah, Habib, he's confirmed, that he is Omar's brother, and I think we're getting to the end right now. There's MUK again. Yeah, well, people gave the same arguments on the YK thing, but the only thing the YK hater said is,
"Fight me,
fight me."
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See, well, there's the argument.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. Get forward in Varun. Yes, I think we've both said that, and I'm not a Fawad fan, and even I've said, well, if you've got to get him in. MUK is me Osama. Yeah, I know. Straight away, MUK, I knew who it was. That's why I was going to come to Twitter and sort you out. And I think Habib has said, I want to see Fawad play. I think everyone has. Habib, I'm going to just put something else up. That's your Twitter at. I don't think I'm following you either, so I'm going to follow you back now. And yeah, do come on one day. I think anything else you want to add? I think we got to do a preview for the next test anyhow. I want to get Tanzil to come on with that because he just said he wants to have a full run. He said 2-hour run he needs to ease himself down. Imagine making Bichara's got to like sit there today, and go, I got to make the highlights package of this.
If he wants to have his run for 2 hours, you should put Tanzil and Nav in a call, and just let them go off.
But talk about Nav, Did you actually see that video with Umar?
Yeah.
I could not even speak. But yeah, that's it, guys. I think that's us done for the day. The day before. Oh, Habib said it's not Twitter. So his @ is for here. Basically, that is us done for the day. I think the day before the test, so that is probably Wednesday. We'll do a review, a preview of the next game. And then next test, I think Holgerston's going to do a few games where he's going to... what's it called? Do the hosting.
Yep.
So we'll leave you. Probably not love you guys. Well, depends how much you liked us. Do subscribe, do like, and Assalamu alaikum, everyone.